to peers?
With it, as like I said, for our client meetings, there's always a slide in there, usually at the back when then we have time to talk about it, that will have aggregated scores. And if it's a sales pitch, then that's right up front and center. But whenever we communicate internally in internal newsletters, monthly lunch and learns, things like that, we always have the scores on there too. And quite often we'll follow up with, we call them sort of tribal stories around a particular project manager. Well, I had this experience. And it's invariably positive. It's never, we use the client feedback tool and it sucked. It's always, we used the tool, it enabled us to get to a deeper level. And actually one of the questions that came up with Terry's presentation earlier was, who do you send it to? For us, and again I include myself in this, the tendency was to always think of the client as that primary point of contact. And from those, invariably we get really great feedback. But then when we send surveys out to the next layer and the next layer behind those, you start to see some very distinct discrepancies. And that gives us the ability then to go to the client and say, look, you love us, you know we're doing a great job, but there's people on your team that don't think that way. Can you help us find out what's going on? And we've identified quite a few instances where there's been sort of internal issues within a client or on a project, generally based around communication and what people thought we'd been told to do rather than what we were actually doing. Those sorts of deeper level surveys actually pulled up. So now rather than having 2 happy people and 4 dissatisfied people, we have 6 happy people, which is a much better place to be.